Hi, and welcome to another AI in 5. I'm your host, Simon Chris, and joining me today is Warwick Peel. Now, Was, as he prefers to be called, is a responsible AI advisor at Startup Boardroom, and we're going to be talking about the need for an AI intervention. Hi, Was, and welcome to AI in 5. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Simon. It's a pleasure to be here. And I think I've got my robot friend just sitting here with me.
Yeah.
He, she, it, they, them is invisible, but hopefully they can guide me on this conversation as well.
Well, there we go. Now, we're going to jump right in because we were just talking about the need for an intervention. And we've always, that was a great word in the 80s and 90s, and it's resurfacing an intervention around responsible AI. What did you mean by that?
Well, I think this is an extraordinary time. What we know is that capitalism um, isn't broken. It was just designed to be capitalism back in the day, and it did do some great things. However, we've got to a point where we've got climate change spinning out of control. We've got health and well-being in companies being at extraordinary all-time lows. We've got productivity declining even in Australia. And so there's this capability, this tool of AI enables enormous opportunity. But I think we've got to rethink it, and the intervention of what this thing is going to do. It can potentially create utopia or maybe dystopia. I hope it's a better world that we can see, and that better world is only 5 years away.
Do you think this possible utopia, this possible better world, is going to be driven by humans, like one-on-one doing the right thing, or through legislation, or a mixture, or like where does it land?
Are you there? Oh, the robot just told me something. It said that it's going to lead the way, but that we can guide them.
Okay.
So I think if we can guide them well, I think we can achieve utopia. I think we can achieve a better world. But Simon, the question is we. Who is we?
Yep.
So the interesting part of this is that I'm a white Caucasian guy, so are you. And so were 90% of the people at Salesforce Agentic conference yesterday. And the reality is that currently the machines are being taught by you and I, who have a fairly skewed way of looking at the world. So what I would think is if we want to make these interventions, we invite everyone into the tent, right? And that's the reason that at the Digital Sovereignty event last week, we had students in the room, young students from all nationalities. We had industry, we had government, state, federal, local government. We had yourself, I consider you to be one of the most amazing leaders on AI and customer experience that I've met and come across. And we had the National AI Centre, whose underpinning is responsible AI. Now, my thinking is, yes, how responsible is it if we don't have all the voices in the room? And if we don't think about digital sovereignty and AI sovereignty in the context of our Indigenous sovereignty.
So we're at time, but I love to ask everybody the same question, and I'm going to ask you, and you can get advice from your invisible robot friend if you like, but if a company is just starting its AI journey, what should it be thinking about or focusing on?
I would go back to those couple of things. Nature as your number one steward and your number one decision to invest and deploy. Society, then employees and customer. If you think through that lens, you design in that lens with a human-centered design, and you do things ethically, thinking through that whole of stakeholder lens, you will achieve some great outcomes.
Awesome advice. Thanks so much for being a part of AI in 5.
Thanks, Simon. It's been a pleasure.